What is up, everybody? Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you guys with Dallas Stewart. Dallas, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right. Now the regular season is now officially in the books. To end off the regular season, Dallas and I went 11-5 in Week 18 picks, and Dallas made Steel Maiden's playoff tournament for game pick wise, which Steel Maiden wanted me to tell you on that one. So shout out to him on that, and congratulations, Dallas Stewart. You've done hella good with the picks, including the splits we had this year.
Well, I'm glad I was able to make Steel Maiden's playoff pick tournament.
Yep. And we're going to see how we do this week. So now, for the first time, welcome to the NFL 2021. For the 2021 season, we're in 2022 Super Wildcard Weekend Picks. All right. First off, we got the Las Vegas Raiders, the Saturday slate, going to Cincinnati, taking on the AFC North champion Cincinnati Bengals. The Raiders barely squeaked by the Los Angeles Chargers in overtime. Both could have needed to freaking troll the Steelers and knock the Steelers out, but I guess after the Chargers and Brandon Staley made that costly timeout, the Raiders were like, you know what? We'll let Pittsburgh get in the playoffs for the last time with Ben Roethlisberger in his final year, and we're just going to eliminate our rival LA Chargers and just knock them out and go to the playoffs, and now we're taking on Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, the Cincinnati Bengals rested their starters last week and got swept by the Cleveland Browns because they were resting their starters. They wanted Joe Burrow ready for the playoffs. And Jamar Chase, congratulations, breaking Chad Johnson's single-season receiving yards record. Breaking Chad Johnson, otherwise known as Chad Ochocinco, breaking the Bengals' all-time receiving marks for a single season. Jamar Chase is your offensive rookie of the year. He definitely locked up the conversation for the offensive rookie of the year. This should be a good game to start out the Saturday slate for the playoffs. This should be a really good game, but I'm going to go ahead and... How long has it been since the Bengals last won a playoff game?
1990.
I think this is the year where the Bengals finally win one. I'm going to be taking the Cincinnati Bengals to end the Las Vegas Raiders season and end their losing streak of losing playoff games. But, you know, this game should be a pretty good game. Anything could go on in this game because, as Chris Berman would say, that's why they play the game. But I'm going Cincinnati Bengals to end their playoff drought, to end their playoff losing drought, and win a playoff game this weekend. I got the Bengals.
Yeah, I got the Bengals as well to end that 31-year playoff win drought. I just think this is the year they get over that hump at least for the time being, and I think the Raiders are probably running on fumes after last week and after finishing strong, but they had a surprisingly good year.
They did.
With all the distractions.
Exactly, and winning it with an interim head coach, getting to the playoffs with an interim head coach is You got to pat yourselves on the back for that, Raiders.
Playoff appearance in 5 years.
Yeah, it's the last time Derek Carr broke his leg and didn't get to play in that one, and they had to start Connor Cook at quarterback, and they took on Brock Osweiler and the Houston Texans, and that was Brock Osweiler's only playoff win as the quarterback.
And this will be the Bengals' first playoff appearance since 2015 wild card.
The Vontaze Burfict game.
Vontaze Burfict and Pac-Man Jones had those back-to-back personal foul penalties that set up Pittsburgh's game-winning field goal.
Yep, I remember that one, man. I think the whole NFL world remembers that one. Oh,
yeah.
Man, sorry.
That was a controversial ending.
Sorry to bring back bad memories on that one, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, the later game, we got the New England Patriots going to Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills. Both teams split during the regular season. Last week, the New England Patriots got swept by the Miami Dolphins, and the Buffalo Bills wrapped it up by beating the New York Jets and sealing up the AFC East, getting their home game and rubber match against the New England Patriots. Man, this is going to be a really good game, man. Mac Jones, rookie quarterback, looking like the best rookie quarterback of the 2021 draft class, landed right in Bill Belichick's lap, and Mac Jones is going to be the Patriots guy for the future. That's for sure. He's definitely proved it. He probably is the Alabama quarterback that finally breaks the schneid of how many of the last few Alabama quarterbacks have had, bad track records in the NFL. Because like we said before, there haven't been good NFL quarterbacks out of Alabama since Bart Starr, Joe Namath, and Ken the Snake Stabler. That long ago were the last few good quarterbacks that played in the NFL out of Alabama. Meanwhile, the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, who had the Betty White tribute cleats last week, they got it done against the Jets, and the Bills are, ever since they got upset by the Jacksonville Jags and got steamrolled by Indianapolis, they're kind of refining their identity a bit.
Yeah, they've gotten it together, and they finished strong. Back-to-back AFC East titles.
Yeah. This is going to be a really good game, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills in this one. There's a 30% chance of snow in this game too, but I think this one is going to go to the Buffalo Bills, and the Bills are going to move on to the divisional, so I'm taking Buffalo.
Yeah, give me Buffalo to win the rubber match and head on to Kansas City to face the Chiefs in the divisional round. I just think Mac Jones, rookie quarterback, first playoff start, and I think the inexperience is going to catch up to him.
Right. All right. Up next, the Sunday slate of games. First off, we got the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a playoff rematch of the 2002 NFC Championship from Veterans Stadium in 2002 when the 0-2 Bucs winning the Philly, and Rondé Barber had to pick six to send the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on their way to Super Bowl 37, which they would kill the then Oakland Raiders in that Super Bowl in San Diego. But now the difference is this time the game is in Tampa. But it's not an NFC title game. It's the NFC wild card. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Buccaneers. The Eagles last week, they freaking rested their starters, and which is why the Dallas Cowboys obliterated them. So they played Gardner Minshew. This time, Jalen Hurts is ready to go. The Eagles should have all their starters going. Jason Kelce played that one snap last week and kept his starting streak alive. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay Buccaneers took care of their business against the Carolina Panthers. They look ready to roll, and granted now no more AB and no Chris Godwin because Godwin tore his ACL. Some other receivers are going to have to step up like Scotty Miller and Tyler Johnson. And, well, they have Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell got a touchdown last week from Tom Brady in their win against the Carolina Panthers. The Buccaneers defense, and they're looking to keep it going, trying to get back on pace and just get their momentum back to try to get back to another Super Bowl and try to get Tom Brady his 8th reign if he were to get back there. This is going to be a great race, man. But I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking care of their business against the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm taking the Bucs.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bucs to get to the divisional round. There's just no way I think they fall for an upset.
Nah, not a chance in hell, man. Tampa Bay should be able to take care of the Eagles.
Tampa Bay pretty much handled them in the regular season on that Thursday night game until they took their foot off the gas and let up in the third quarter.
Yeah, this time they won't let up. It's going to be no mercy, and Brady's just going to destroy them. Tom Brady is a completely different animal in the playoffs. That's why we learned now, and we even learned again last year, just because Brady was on Tampa Bay, don't sleep on Tom Brady in the playoffs because he is a completely different animal in the playoffs. He's non-human. Yeah. That's how dangerous he is in the playoffs. All right, up next, a classic from the 90s, from all those times the teams met in the playoffs, including those NFC Championship games. Classic, but this time wild card. We got the San Francisco 49ers going into AT&T Stadium taking on the Dallas Cowboys. A flashback to all those years that they met in the 90s in the playoffs, man. 49ers completed the sweep of the LA Rams to get that final wild card spot from the New Orleans Saints, and the Dallas Cowboys, they made it easy this year with the NFC East. They basically won every game against their rivals. They dropped some games. Granted, I remember one of our red zone reactions was when they got destroyed by the Broncos.
Yeah, they led that dud against the Broncos.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah, they had a couple of wild clunkers, but the Cowboys, they're rolling. I mean, I know they lost to Arizona a couple weeks back. They lost Michael Gallup for the year, so I think Micah Parsons is going to have a big game. They got to shut down Deebo Samuel. They got to handle George Kittle and Jawan Jennings and get pressure on Garoppolo. And we'll see how this one's going to go. This is going to be. I think this is going to be the game. I think this is going to be the game of the week.
Yeah, I think this is probably one of the more intriguing games of the Wild Card Weekend, and I expect this one to go right down to the wire.
Yeah, but for me this time. For me in this game, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick the Dallas Cowboys to get it done and get to the divisional rounds. I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cowboys to get it done and head to Tampa for the divisional round where their season started on the kickoff game.
Yep.
And that was take the Cowboys to end the 49ers season.
Wasn't that kickoff stream a fun one back in week 1? Wasn't that a fun stream we did that night?
That was a great game we decided to go live for in week 1, and that should definitely be on the list of top 10 games this season.
Oh, by far.
That was a thriller.
That was an absolute thriller. Absolutely. I remember when you and me were in my game room watching that game, and Brady went on that drive, and I was like, uh-oh, they're in field goal range, remember?
Yeah, and Zerline really cost them that game by shanking an extra point and a field goal.
Zerline did.
4 critical points left off the board.
Zerline, you better make your kicks this week against San Francisco.
Yeah, you better.
All right.
Could be an early exit for frickin' the Cowboys.
Yep, but we'll see. But I'm leaning towards the Cowboys to send San Francisco on the early exit. All right, up next we got the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are lucky enough got a little help from the Jaguars to give Ben most likely just one more game, and the Steelers got it done against the Baltimore Ravens, sweeping the Ravens to get in there. And they are lucky that the Raiders and Chargers did not tie the game, so they're the team that's just lucky to be in there. And they're going to Arrowhead to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs got it done, barely squeaking it out against the Denver Broncos at the end, and the Chiefs back to where they left off after that rough start, and the Chiefs are just rolling. They're the number 2 seed. Lock of the weekend, Kansas City Chiefs. Lock of the week.
Yeah, wild card, lock of the week. Chiefs destroy Pittsburgh like they did in Week 16.
I put that circle around the Chiefs already when you mentioned it earlier with one of the other picks. So that circle's already been around the Chiefs. I put it in way too early. I put it in super early.
Yeah, and it's a rematch of the 2016 divisional round where the Steelers won with 6 Chris Boswell field goals.
Yeah, and then also freaking the Chiefs and Steelers met earlier during the season, and Chiefs destroyed the Pittsburgh Steelers. But this was an easy pick. Lock of the week, lock of the wild card week.
I just can't see the Steelers pulling this one off, let alone keeping it close.
Exactly, man. Whew, all right.
They don't have enough firepower. The Steelers don't have enough firepower on offense.
Oh, hell no, they don't. And last but not least, of the Super Wild Card Weekend, Monday Night Football for the first time in the playoffs, we got, and NFL Total Access mentioned it, the Warner Bowl. The Kurt Warner Bowl. Cardinals and Rams in the wild card. The Warner Bowl. We're calling this the Warner Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kurt Warner's 2 former teams. Granted, when Kurt Warner played for the Rams, they were in St. Louis, and that was where the Rams won their Super Bowl. So that trophy belongs to the city of St. Louis, too. Arizona Cardinals, still ringless. Man, but last week, we basically stopped the Arizona Cardinals from winning the division. We wrecked them in their house and took away their momentum going into the playoffs. And the Rams had some momentum taken away from them by the San Francisco 49ers and got swept by the Niners again. Man, this is going to be a good one, but, it's going to be crazy because, I think there's a good chance either 1 or 2 NFC West teams go down in the wild card. Hopefully it's 2, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Los Angeles Rams to win the rubber match at home against the Arizona Cardinals. I'm taking the Rams. The Cardinals are just too injured. Granted, they may have J.J. Watt, but that don't mean shit. They're still losing to the L.A. Rams in L.A. I got the Rams.
Yeah, this is
And Matthew Stafford finally gets
Matthew Stafford gets his first playoff win.
that elusive first playoff win for Matthew Stafford. I think it happens this week.
I think they win the rubber match.
And they win the Warner Ball.
Yeah, and they win the Warner Ball.
I like that NFL Total Access
This
mention.
one, I think this one definitely is going to be close, though.
Hey, man.
But the Cardinals have way too many injuries.
Man, I'll tell you what. I think if you're able to get off work early, man, I feel like we should do a stream for this one for that Rams Cardinals game. That might be a fun one to stream. Same with that 49ers Cowboys game.
Getting off at 2:30 the last few days, or probably 49ers Cowboys on Sunday afternoon.
Saturday might be what do you think? Patriots Bills or Bengals Raiders? That's going to be a couple. Which one do you maybe want to stream? Because I know you're going to hang out with me Saturday for these wild card games.
Maybe Bills Patriots, the rubber match.
Oh, I think we could do that. Yeah, we can maybe stream that game. All right. Well, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Drop your picks below. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notification, and those are our NFL Super Wildcard Weekend picks for the 2021 NFL Wildcard. We got Bengals over Raiders, Bills over Patriots, Buccaneers over Eagles, Cowboys over Niners, Lock of the Week, Chiefs over the Steelers, and Rams over the Cardinals.
All the home teams and all the division winners.
Yep, but anything could happen because, as Chris Berman would say, that's why they play the game. Catch y'all later. If you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And as always, go Seahawks.